Back out here with another drone review to do. Looks quite familiar, except this one has a different stamp on it. This is called a Veenix, Veenix, and this is their new release of a model they call V11Air. And this comes with a advertised 4K 30 frames per second camera. It'll take up to 6K photos. It's mounted on a 3-axis brushless gimbal. It's a 10,000 foot first person view video digital transmission range. It comes with 2 batteries and it is rated up to 70 minutes, they say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how stable this is. I have not tried this yet. Hopefully it's going to fly stable. If it flies up into a tree, I probably won't even go get it. I'll probably just leave it. But I'm going to see how stable this is, how well it will hover, and then I'm going to go over the flight features. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn the battery on, set that on the ground. Now this also comes with a remote controller, 5.3 gigahertz, I believe, is what they advertise. I'll go ahead and power it up and let it connect to the drone. And it's beeping saying it's trying to connect. While it's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and start hooking up my phone. Now this has the cable right here. It's a data cable, and it comes with all the data cables that you need to hook it up for whatever phone you have, whether it's iPhone, old mini USB, or the new USB-C. And it comes with a couple of charging cables. Now it doesn't come with a charger. You will have to purchase that separately. So we are connected to the drone. I got my screen recorder going. I'm going to hook this up into the back. Now the app for this is called Veenix Mini app. Here it is popping up right here. And it looks like we had an ad there. How about that? Looks like the camera's working. If we look at this camera on the front, it is stable. So we're going to do calibration on it. So I'm going to press the compass calibration button right here. And it says to hold it up 3.3 feet off the ground, at least, or a meter. Spin it horizontally. Listen for 1 beep. There's 1 beep. Turn the camera facing up. This is the vertical. Spin it. So get 2 beeps. All right. And then the last thing, I'm going to set it on the most level ground we got out here, which is probably about right there, and calibrate the compass. Or I'm sorry. And I'm going to calibrate the gyroscope, and it looks like that is done. Okay, going to put it on a clear spot right here. I'm going to see how well this thing will take off. I know to start it up, it's just going to be left joystick to 5, right joystick to 7. There we go. To take off, push up on the left joystick. And there we go. Seems to be hovering just fine. Let's take a look at that. Hovering very nicely. If we look underneath, we have a TOF sensor and an optical flow sensor. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and see how it lands. So to land it, I'll push down on the joystick until it stops. Engine's off. That worked greatly. I'm gonna test a 1-button takeoff and landing button. So start the motors, press and hold that 1 takeoff button, 1-button takeoff. There it goes. It should go up there and hover about 5 feet. Did that just fine. I'm gonna go ahead and test it for landing. There we go. Coming back down. Awesome. Let's start it back up. Let's take it on up. All right. Let's see how well she pans. Pan it to the left. Come back around to the right. And fly to the left. Back to the right. Fly backwards. Not bad. Forwards. Everything seems to work. Now I'm going to test this auto return to home button. So I'm going to go ahead and take it on up. Now I do believe I'm in beginner mode. We'll take it out here just a little ways. Flying beautifully. Woo, hit the brakes. All right, now I'm going to press this smart return to home button. All right, here it comes. It's actually going to raise up to what it's set at in the settings. I don't know. I didn't check to see what that was set at. But all right, now it's orienting. Now it's coming back. All right, now there's 3 different return to homes. There's the one that we just initiated. There's a low battery return to home. All right, just coming on down now. Under the low battery, there's 2 different levels. There's level 1 where it will return and hover. You can continue to fly it in a 98-foot distance and a 98-foot height. Level 2, it'll return and land. The last one is a lost signal. If you lose signal for more than 10 seconds, it will return to home. If you regain that signal at any time, you can continue to fly it. All right, so that all works pretty good. Now I'm going to test out the smart flight features. So start this back up. Take this on back up a little ways. This is a GPS track. All right, so I'm gonna hit GPS track. All right, it says, follow me, ready? Let's see what it'll do. It looks like it's finally turning. It's not really keeping me in the center, but there it goes. It is following me. It's going down the ways. It's going down the hill here a little ways. Looks like that's doing just fine. We'll walk out this way a little bit. Looking good. Go back towards it. All right, there it goes. Finally starting to move. Not the greatest response in the world, but I guess I'll have to adjust the camera myself. There I am. So walk back towards it. And there's a tree right over there. All right. I'm going to center that pile of rocks in the camera. So there is, under the menu, I can turn the helper on. I'm going to turn this little center dot on. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't the center dot. Hold on. Actually, I could just turn them all 3 on just to let y'all know you got all 3. Now, I want to center this on that rock. I've got the camera, whoop, too far. Come back a little bit. Put that right about in the center. Those rocks, there we go. Camera's pointing straight down. And for this fly around, what this does is it will take whatever location it is in before you hit the button, and that is going to be the center point. So if we hit orbiting flight, if you're lower than 16 feet, it's going to raise to 16 feet, and it's going to move back out 16 feet away. And I need to adjust on the rocks, back on the rocks there. There we go. Flying around in a circle pretty good. If you want to fly further out, down on the right joystick, that's going to make you fly further out. If you want to fly higher, you can just fly higher like that. There we go. Looking good. If you want to change directions, you're going to push the right joystick. This is always going in a counterclockwise direction. If you want to change directions, go the other way, right joystick to the left. Should start rotating back around the other way. If you want to go back the same way, right joystick to the right, starts rotating back this way. Now I'm going to turn off beginner mode in here to do this next one. This is going to be the route planning. take this on up. And if we can see right here on the screen, we've got real-time information. This is the distance that it is from me, 16 feet. It's up 81 feet high. You got your horizontal speed and your vertical speed. So I'm gonna take it on up. That's about 100 feet right there. And I'm gonna try this route planning. Now over here you can change your map overlay, and I'm gonna put that on image or satellite. Oh, there we go. Maybe it's just a short tap. Okay. Okay. See, pilot error. So just short tap, and then I'm gonna hit the go button right here, and it should fly around to all those points. And there it goes. And we have a the camera overview right here, and there it goes. It's taking off. And we can see it move on the screen, going to the first point. Oop, there it goes to the second point. It stops when it gets to the point, and it rotates itself. All right, it's at the second point. All right, and it is there, and all of my spots disappeared. Now, if we look on this map right here, we can see where the drone is right there. The red arrow, and I need to be facing that drone so we don't lose signal, but you can see where the red arrow, I'm now facing that drone so I can know at all times where that drone is. If I fly this drone around, it should update on in the map there. So it's moving. All right, so now I'm going to do the cruise control. And the way to do this is we're going to hold the joystick, that's the right joystick, in the direction we want it to go. And we're going to short press the one key takeoff and landing button. So here goes. So I've got it moving forward. There we go, we're in cruise control. Now while it's doing that, we can pan left or right while it's doing that. Try to go slow. We can also control ascending and descending. Of course, we can control the camera. There we go. And to cancel, just hit the red X button on here, and that just canceled it. There's a speed button on here. We're in sport mode now. Let's see how fast this will go. We back up a little ways. Down to the ground a little bit more. All right, and here we go. Try that again. Sport mode. Handles very well. Turn off the record button. So I'm pretty impressed with it. You know, I can fly it. I'm a beginner. I can fly it just fine. It's actually easy to control after you do it a few times and watch it and get used to these controls. You can fly it around pretty good. So I still got I got 93, I got 33%. I'm just gonna fly it around here for a little bit. Take it back off. All right, that's gonna do it for the flight testing. I'm gonna try to go out and get some good footage out there somewhere. So y'all stick around for that, and I'll let y'all see what the quality of this camera is. It's probably gonna be fairly decent. Now, do I recommend it if you're looking for a budget drone? Yeah, this thing's really easy to fly. I am an absolute beginner and a novice. and as long as I follow the instructions in the user manual, it works just fine, just fine. So you've seen it hovers very nicely. The camera is probably going to be stable. We'll look at that in a minute. The batteries are just slightly warm. I don't even really feel much heat on the battery, and it's been out here flying quite a bit. Take it out, it's just kind of warm. It's not like overheating or nothing. So that's going to be it for this. I'll leave a link in the description if y'all are interested in this, if y'all want to purchase it. And stick around for the footage from the camera.